Okay.
Okay,
Are
I
we
was in a
good?
fist fight this weekend.
Please. Please, kid. Please, kid. Here
I
we
was in
go.
a fist fight with the Milano cookie.
Oh, dear God.
We're
Oh.
back in 10, babes. In 3, 2, 1.
The best leadership happens when you step away for 10 minutes.
This is back in 10.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to Back in 10. I'm Jen.
And I'm Savanah.
I almost said I'm Savannah.
No,
Just
you didn't.
putting
Did you
that out
really?
there. Swear to God. Yep. Came in my head, but that's okay. I can be whoever you want me to be today.
And
So,
I'm Jen.
yeah. That we should do
You
that
guys
someday.
should get wigs and flip-flop spots.
Wanted to be a blonde, so.
What we're going to talk about today, Savannah, we
Mm.
actually recently we posted something in our Facebook group asking people, are we taking our PTO ourselves? Like we tell our team that they need to take their PTO,
Yeah.
but are we taking our PTO just to, rest, relax, recover, just have some time that we're out, right?
Right.
Like mentally and physically, like out of the
Yeah.
office.
And
So,
you know what's interesting is that when people decide to take their PTO when they haven't taken it for a long time, what is a phrase that we always hear?
tell me.
I'm burnt out.
Mhm. Yeah,
Mhm.
big time.
Mhm.
And it's usually because there's so many different things, right? It's not always just because that they haven't taken PTO, right?
Right.
So
Right.
that's one of them, but we're going to talk about some of the other things today too, because
Yeah.
we all go through, hard seasons in the practice at different
Yeah.
times, even in our lives, right?
Yeah.
But not every hard season is burnout. And I think it's like a,
No.
a label that everyone or some people will say, not everyone, but some people just throw out there and stick on it.
Yeah.
Similar to like we're short staffed. I don't know. I just really don't like that phrase either. But burnout.
Burnout.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about it a little bit.
Yeah. So in preparation for this episode, I dug into the definition of burnout because I'm guilty of saying it, being like I'm burnt out when I am really just stressed out. So the World Health Organization's definition is probably the cleanest definition that I found when it comes to defining burnout. So they define it as burnout results from chronic workplace stress that has not been successfully managed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't
And
kidding.
the WHO also classifies burnout as an occupational phenomenon, not a medical condition. And it says it specifically refers to the occupational context. And that means to them that there are three dimensions of burnout. Exhaustion, which is your energy is just absolutely depleted. Um
Thank you, coffee.
yeah, get some of that coffee. Get an Alani. Two is one of the dimensions of burnout, according to WHO, is cynicism and distance, which is increasing negativity toward or detachment from the job. And then three, reduced professional efficacy. So feeling like you're no longer effective or accomplishing meaningful work. I think that helps put burnout in a different level of perspective for me because I've
Mhm.
just been looking at it as, oh, it's stress, I'm stressed. But there are multiple different facets of burnout that impact how you're performing.
Yeah, and a lot of the times what I have seen in myself personally and in practices is that it's usually because the systems aren't in place to be able to
Mm,
support the team, right? So that's when some of those things happen. That's when you don't
yeah,
feel effective. Well, you can't feel effective if like caca is hitting the fan all the time because you
yeah,
don't have systems and protocols for things,
right,
right?
right.
So
And
it
burnout's not I'm tired. It's I'm tired and I'm starting not to care. And I don't think what I'm doing matters anymore.
or you
That's
don't
like
feel
that's
like.
huge.
Right,
Yeah,
because
you
I
just
think there's also a difference there, right? So what you had just said was that I don't feel, no, what'd you say? It doesn't matter anymore, right? Like what
yeah,
I'm
I don't
doing
think what
doesn't
I'm doing
matter
matters.
anymore
Yeah,
versus like it actually does matter. However, you feel like it doesn't matter. And I think that's honestly as leaders, but even trying to identify some of those things within our team. When we see that
yeah,
our team is stepping away or they're kind of pulling back and retreating a little bit, it's like
yeah. Mhm.
we need to understand what's going on there and how we can best support our team. Like honestly, what is the source of that? Because burnout is the end result, right?
Yeah,
But what is the
yeah.
source of like some of those frustrations and some of those challenges that the team is having or that you are having
Yep.
to create this burnout effect? I'll call it
Mhm.
because it's an effect. It's an effect of broken systems, really.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think it's important what you just said. It's like a burnout is the effect of what's happening and what is the root cause of it. So I wrote
Mhm.
down some phrases that um
Hmm,
are not as nice to
queen.
hear. They're not well, I mean, guys, look. This is an honest episode. I think I've said almost all of these. That's I was like, wow. Yeah, I have been burned out. I've been
Okay,
burned
say
out.
them
And
to me, and
okay,
I'm gonna tell you if you have said all of them. Okay, here
okay.
we go.
But saying burnout is so much easier than saying what the actual problem is. That's why I think people you hear it all the time. It's like I'm burnt out because they're not saying what the real problem
Well,
is.
look, labeling everything as burnout
Mhm.
prevents us from identifying what the real issue is.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
let's hear some of these things, Savannah. Okay.
Okay. My manager is terrible. I
Yep.
hate this job. We're understaffed. I haven't been held accountable in 3 years. This practice has no systems.
Shh.
I don't agree with how my doctor runs the business. I'm doing the work of 3 people.
Oh, I've
I'm
said
bored.
that.
Oh, yeah. I'm bored with my work. I need a vacation. I've outgrown this practice.
So
Yeah.
those are phrases of burnout?
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
I've
And
said
they're
those
different
in my
they're
career.
Oh, yeah. They're all different problems that we're bringing out burnout because burnout does require leadership responses. So, I mean, these are
Mhm.
problems and, like, how do we address those problems?
Right. Right.
Mhm.
And instead of just labeling it and giving it a
Right,
name, we need to figure out, okay, now we have labeled it and given it a name. Now how can we fix it?
right,
How
right.
can we, best support the team and ourselves? Because I'll say as a leader, not that the team doesn't feel burnout, but I think that you feel the weight of the team's burnout and then it
Yep.
gets multiplied into your burnout
Oh, yeah.
and it just is a burnout snowball that just
Mhm.
keeps on rolling.
Okay, and, like, here's an example of the burnout snowball. I love that you said the burnout snowball.
Well, then I just started
So
thinking Tina Turner rolling down the river, but keep going. Go
whoa,
ahead.
we're on that raft. It's whitewater rafting season, folks. Like it's like example. It's you're in the practice. It's a Tuesday. You have 2 hygienists that call out. There's an emergency patient sitting in the reception area that hasn't been seated yet. You've been on an insurance call hold for at least 45 minutes. Your doctor's running 25 minutes behind. You're a stressed human being. Understandable. After that kind of day, you go home, you're exhausted, right? But so something like that isn't evidence alone that it's burned out. You got to imagine that has now become the operating model of the practice, right? This is the snowball to burnout. So that happens 6 months later, you don't give a flying poop that the schedule fell apart. Every patient you talk to is an irritation. You stop suggesting improvements because things don't change. You used to be really proud of your work. Now you just do what you do to survive the day. right? So
Mhm.
the first part was the stress. Stress is not burnout. But if that stress continues to snowball, that 6
Right.
month down the road, you've hit burnout. You just don't give a
Right.
crap anymore. You don't care. You don't
Yeah.
care.
So I think, like, look, to the listeners, I think if you're feeling this way or if you see that your team is feeling this way, like, sit down and ask yourself some of the questions that Savannah said. Like, what, why am I feeling this way? Why is my team feeling this way? And are there systems
Mm,
that are broken that we need to address together
yeah.
as a team? Because this isn't all on you to fix it, right?
Mm,
It's not your problem as a leader to fix everything, but you do need to talk to your team and figure out what can you do to make things easier, right? Only do it hard once and then go in and try to make it easier, make the day smoother. And honestly, when you do it as a team, man, that's
mm-hmm.
even better. That's like the sweet sauce, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
do it. So sit down, talk to your team. You know the team members that are starting to
Yeah.
like pull back and have a conversation and figure out what you can do together to best support each other as humans so you don't feel
Yeah.
that way.
And
So
we're
I think
not saying, like, don't ask your don't ask your team what they're doing to like, for self-care. Like,
right.
don't offer, like,
Mm-mm.
ways of stress relief, but what you just said, what's making their job unnecessarily hard and difficult? Like,
Yeah.
you as a leader, like, how can you help in that regard
Yeah.
too?
How can you best support them? And don't just tell them to relax or have a pizza party because that's not going to help.
No. Not gonna help. Not gonna
That's
help
not
at all.
going to help. Not going to help.
Nope.
So,
Nope.
really dig deep, think about what you can do as a leader to support your team and support yourself in the same time. And if
Yeah.
you have any questions or if there's anything that we can do to support you in this, reach out. Shoot us a DM or send us a message at brb@backin10pod.com. And we will see you on the next one.
Later, gang.
Don't get burnt out in the meantime.
Thanks for spending a few minutes with us on Back in 10.
If something made you laugh, nod, or feel a little more human, share it with a friend and make sure that you're subscribed.
You can also follow us on Instagram at Back in 10 Pod for more behind the scenes, updates, and probably a little chaos.
We're not here to have it all figured out. We're just here to tell you the things that we wish someone had told us.
And remind you that leadership doesn't have to be perfect, just real.
We'll be back in 10.